This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the easiest way to create a beautiful website, all on your own terms. This horrible room behind me is about to be transformed, and we have one day to do it. Oh my goodness. It's a mess, and it was a bigger mess, but we are going to make it into the most beautiful Art Nouveau princess room you can imagine. Welcome back, everyone. I'm here at the beautiful Chateau de la Lande, home of my friends Stephanie and Philip. I'm having a really incredible week. I came here to help them out while they film their latest episodes for the Chateau DIY television show, which is featured on British television, but then also syndicated nationally. It's going to be fun when it does come out because you'll see a few little cameos of me on there. This will be the second time that we'll have been featured on the Chateau DIY TV show with our friends, but that's not what I'm showing you this week. That's all going to be next week. We are having lots of adventures at the moment. We're also going to take you shopping with us in next week's episode. But in this week's episode, I'm going to show you what we've been up to the last week, which has been incredibly eventful. We did a very rapid room transformation. Isabella gave me a brief. I said, what is your dream room? And some of you may remember a few months ago when we were in Paris, we were all sitting around the table and we said, what is your decorating style? This is what she said.
So that's where I need the help. I need the help because I've taken the inspiration, right? The inspiration is Art Nouveau mixed with modern maximalism. So I want lots of big designs. I want a mix of vintage with the new. I want lots of conversation pieces. So like I understand why people go minimalistic. I want you to walk in and think, where am I? You know,
I want people to ask you about why did you pick this? Oh, that's interesting. Could you tell me the story about that?
Hopefully find stuff in my apartment.
Ooh. If we find Art Nouveau, do you know Art Nouveau, because it was such a short time period, it's quite difficult to find Art Nouveau furnishings. So they're quite rare and they're quite expensive, but you might get lucky.
I'm looking for anything that has the impression of Art Nouveau, and really what I'm looking for is maximalism and color. You see like the pink like vase and cups, those are the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Like anything that kind of has an impression of Art Nouveau with the swirls, but really lots of vibrant color.
Good, so
actually after the Art Nouveau period, I wanted to have the impression of Art Nouveau.
Usually my design clients are not my daughter, but I have to say you'd be the most exciting one to have. So with this wonderful Art Nouveau cottagecore vibe going on, I took her pictures, which she was thinking would be for her apartment that she has one day soon, and decided to surprise her with a bedroom on the top floor, meaning that having come home from school with all of her things from her dorm room and all the things she's been collected all these years, she needed a place really to put her things, and we've all been floating from guest room to guest room while we renovate the rooms in our little chateau. And so we got to work, Simon making a headboard, me making a baldaquin, and trying to source the pieces to meet this particular aesthetic. And this is what we got up to. This room behind me is a real disaster, and we have to transform it in one day. Isabella, just like us, has been floating around from bedroom to bedroom while we're working on bedrooms. And she's come home from university, just finished her master's. She's got all of her stuff. So many of you may remember that Simon had created a wonderful turret closet for me here on the top floor in the room right behind that door back there. Wonderful round space, but I decided to give away a lot of my old clothes. A lot of them don't fit anymore, especially after I had those 2 surgeries last year. And so a lot of things don't fit around my tummy at the moment. I'm hoping that that will change. But Isabel has tons of stuff to store. I have tons of stuff to get rid of. And so I asked her, how do you think this room should be decorated? And she was extremely specific. She was embracing all things Art Nouveau. When we went to the Paris flea market, she's going for some serious 80s vibes. Now, I thought that we had stopped with this look a long time ago, but apparently, just like with a lot of things, fashion is cyclical, interiors are cyclical, the 80s are back. And so I am going to follow my client's brief my daughter's brief. She's a tough customer. And so we have one day to make this room really special.
Slide.
You guys okay?
Boom. Off time, thank you.
Uh-oh, chandelier. Careful, careful, careful. Is it okay? Hey, come on. Well done.
You measured it, right?
I did measure, don't worry. Before you had to bring it upstairs, I measured.
Okay.
Great. Do you need help with the top bit?
Huh?
Do you need help with the top bit?
No, I can bring the other bits
Great.
up.
In this room, originally, the bed was actually on this wall, but what that meant was that the bed was practically blocking the door, and I hate that so much. And so fitting it underneath the windows is the solution.
Doors.
Excellent. Well done.
Oh yeah, it's lots in.
Perfect.
No, back further.
Oh, you've almost got it.
Oh! That's
Careful,
it.
watch your
Now you can
fingers.
just go back. I'm doing a little bit of furniture work today, and I'm trying to make a headboard. We bought 2 single headboards a long time ago, and I'm going to put them together to make a double headboard. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of what I'm doing. So here we are outside my workshop, and these are the 2 headboards. There's one there, that's upside down, and there's one over here. I've just cut this piece off the end here. So this that was on there like that. Okay, and that was the curved end of the footboard with the foot down there, and the foot's on the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the headboard upside down, and we're going to put them together so they make one long headboard. We've got this really nice kind of decorative pieces. There's some inlaid marquetry, and if I turn them upside down, they've got those little medallions, each one, so it should look quite pretty. And that's basically how that'll look in a minute when I get it finished. I'm going to put some battening down the back just to kind of help seal it together, bring the 2 pieces together to join them, and that'll be that.
I sent Isabella photographs of fabrics that I thought she might like, and she settled on these 2, one of which is a very beautiful pale turquoise, very Art Nouveau type fabric, and then this other one, which is a very Chateau looking brocade in pink. These colors take me right back to the 80s. And so I got to work creating a bed crown, or a baldaquin as it's called here in France. I haven't found the trims that I'm looking for either online or at any shops other than the most exclusive ones. And so I've come to my local charity shop, and I'm hoping that they might have something. And lo and behold, I'm in luck. One of the nicest things about creating this beautiful little fairy tale princess room has been that Isabella gave me a very specific list of requirements. She loves things that are handmade. She loves things that are authentic. She loves things that are vintage. She loves things that are Art Nouveau. And where was I to find all of these things? Well, I looked all over the internet and found all sorts of beautiful things. I found a company here in France that specializes in antique lithographs and was able to find some from the Art Nouveau era. I was able to find another website where a woman makes her own crocheted handiworks and a vintage quilt, all sorts of things. It's amazing what you can find and sell on the internet. And we're no different. Painting, photography, chateau renovation, selling antique jewelry, and our own designs online, creating music, creating newsletters, creating vlogs. These are all ways that we share our creativity with the world. Do you have ideas or items that you would like to share? Why not easily create your own website using Squarespace? It's the simplest way to create a beautiful website and even sell products or content all on your own terms. You'll have total control over the look of the website, updates, and managing your own online shop. They're incredible, easy to use templates and something called the Fluid Engine, which enables you to design every aspect of your website with drag and drop technology. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the link below to save 10% off your first purchase of a domain or a website. Now let's continue with the renovating and showing you our progress in this sweet, special project for my girl. Back to the video.
Hi everyone. While my parents are at home working, I'm doing some serious traveling before starting job hunting in September after getting my master's. A little bit of a break after all the academia. My first stop is Prague, which you can see behind me. Today we're going to visit the National Museum. Look at that! This place is so beautiful. And here I was thinking that Paris was the most beautiful city in the world. Paris, I think you have some competition, and it's Prague. Look at this. I hope wherever you are, you're having an amazing time filled with good architecture, food, and lots of friendship. Bye!
Putting the support for the headboard. So when the bed comes up, it comes up onto the headboard. And this is a shelf. And when the headboard is going to sit on the shelf there. And then this is going to sit here. And that should keep it from, should be strong enough to hold.
It looks central to me. As long as it's not sticking out on the edge on the left-hand
Can you
side.
check the other side for me? Make sure it's not sticking out. Or is it? You need to move it down a little bit.
It looks perfect.
Is that sticking out now?
It's perfect. That's clever the way you did that. Lining them all up like that. Wow.
It's tricky.
It looks tricky. This is such a great image. I ordered 3 of these. These are the original lithographs. Art Nouveau era, obviously. Featuring musical instruments. The attributes of music. So pretty. These are the other 2 images. They are incredibly lovely with their very typical Art Nouveau images. This one is representing summer. Interpretations of the sun, clematis, and dahlias. And this one, I really, really like. This is an idea for a mural called Commerce. So he is holding the money, she's holding the flowers, and the other one is holding music. Pretty good mix, I'd say. I'm going to take these mirrored frames that I bought at a discount store. I think they're gonna go really well with the 2 Venetian mirrors in there. And I'm taping them off because I don't want the black. I want them to be gold and silver like we did in the Joan of Arc room. And this is how I did it. best part. Ooh, isn't that pretty? In this week's Jewelry of the Week, it's all about Art Nouveau, beginning with this fascinating piece of history, a sterling silver Port Louis, or double sovereign holder with two sprung mechanisms that would have been used to hold several sovereigns and half-sovereigns. In addition to being useful, it's signed and features gorgeous lilies on both sides. Next, we have a large, glowing, one-of-a-kind signed Limoges enamel brooch from the Art Nouveau period, featuring wild roses. We also have this stunning sterling silver pendant featuring a typically stylized Art Nouveau lady surrounded by the wings of a crane. And we still have a few of the splendid Art Nouveau Joan of Arc pendants that I acquired from a monastery in both silver and gold vermeil. Speaking of Joan of Arc, don't forget that we have beautiful art prints and tote bags from this era, also available on the Chateau Love website. The center. Is there a central line? Is it this right here?
Yeah, that's the central line.
Okay.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, thanks.
I'm holding it.
Okay. Getting dark outside, but you're still working. What you about to do?
I'm just going to put some product on this headboard. Just to make sure it brings it back to life a little bit. So I've got some dull patches on it.
It does, yes. It's hard to see in this light, but it does indeed.
Bring it back to life a little.
Great.
If I can.
And you stained the sides. So if we do decide for the beds to get moved apart, to be used as twin beds?
Yeah, they've been stained, but they need some varnish to match the varnish here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it should be. When it's finished, it should be nice. This is not bad on the outside. It's just the inside, really. This bit here needs a little bit of
The wooden inlays, yes.
Yeah.
It's got this wonderful starburst pattern. Oh, look how beautiful this is. This is coming up so nicely.
Looks new. Looks like new. Onto the shelf, and then I have to screw that on to hold it. Unless I screw that in and we lift it over.
It might be easier to screw it in and lift it over, I think.
Yeah, I do.
Ready to from down below?
Yeah, cool.
Careful, yeah, but in the fabrics.
I'm happy with the shelf it's holding.
Okay, I think it needs to slide.
See.
Yeah, it's okay.
It worked off a different center.
You did.
Oh, God.
Can you do it? This bed's enormous. There you go. There you go.
Look who you're in.
This is an exciting part. We're about to put up the mirror that we got when we were visiting Steve and Sarah at the Brocante. The very rare and wonderful salmony pink Venetian mirror. Here comes the mirror from Lalande.
All right.
Don't break it anymore, it's already pretty broken. It should fit just perfectly.
Okay.
Got it? You okay? That thing's pretty heavy.
Very heavy.
So until we get it fixed, so it kind of sits like that. That's how it stays upright. Exactly. Pretty. And as we had 2 Venetian mirrors in the adjacent bedroom, we decided to hang another Venetian mirror in the bathroom, which we've also been working on. This is definitely a work in progress. I'm working on the wall paintings, which I've been promising you. They're coming along really well, but Isabella would need a mirror when she got home, as she was going to be using this bathroom, and this one turned out really well. I love this quilt. Talk about the ultimate in cottagecore, granny core. And it looks like, obviously, it could have come from the 1910s, 1920s. Every single one of these little pieces has been hand stitched. That is a lot of love to go into a bedspread. The pictures are up and they are so pretty, very reflective. I wonder what these are going to look like at night. Chance, I'm going to replace those panels in the wardrobe with mirror and redo this door because the previous owners wrote on the door, but it's behind the varnish. This is a lovely picture that Isabella got in Cyprus with her grandmother, which I framed. The wonderful mirror that our friends at Lalande gave us. I've covered up the broken bits, which I'm planning on replacing with some handmade crochet lace. Isabella loves crocheted lace, and so I've included lots of it in the room. And lots of her bits of yarn, more handmade crocheted lace. These are some of the favorite things that I found, these wonderful little lamps. I'm not quite sure what era they're from. They could be 1950s, but they also look quite Art Nouveau as well. And they're just divine. I couldn't resist those beautiful pink crystals. And of course, the canopy. The design on this fabric is also very Art Nouveau. It's got seahorses, peacocks, all sorts of mystical, wonderful, swirly animals. And of course, I got a little fancy with the bed crown. I love the way the sloping wall creates a natural bed crown. And the massive bed, the beautiful headboard that Simon made, which is also wide enough so that we can take the 2 twin beds and move them apart if we need to. Over here, I put Isabella's little record player, some of her records, including some 80s classics. And Isabella did say when she sent me a photograph that she wanted a gallery wall. And here we have one of those as well. Another pretty watercolor from Cyprus. And this is a silk painting from Simon's sister, Susanna. I love how fresh this room feels. Well, I am very tired and I am very grubby and I am not at all glamorous. And Simon just had to leave. He's on his way to the train station in Tours to collect Isabella. She has no idea that we've done this room. I really, really hope she likes it. There are a lot of little touches that I'm about to show you that were very specific to what she sent me. And now we can use the rooms downstairs. As I'm gonna tell her, she can sleep in any room she wants to, but the turret behind me is full of all of her stuff from university, from her dorm. And when she soon gets her own place in Paris, she'll be able to move a lot of these things into her own place. But meanwhile, it's got a lot of Art Nouveau flair. It's got a lot of 80s style. And I don't think we did too badly in 24 hours. Okay, you can come in.
What is this?
This is your new room.
Oh, there's all my stuff.
Uh-huh, all your stuff is here.
Wow, I'm fully moved in. This is crazy. What? I thought.
Well, you've been having to camp out in the guest rooms downstairs, and none of them were really yours.
That's true. Yeah. Wait, is this the fabric that we picked out together?
Yes. You said you wanted Art Nouveau, and it had those wonderful seahorse images and very Art Nouveau looking. But look around the room. There are all sorts of things in the brief that you sent me that are actually here, if you look closely.
I love the mirror. The pink mirror is great.
Isn't it amazing?
And the prints. Are these originals?
Yes, they are. Some of this is your artwork that you've been collecting.
Yeah, these are stunning. Yeah, I remember this piece from Cyprus. Aww. And that when I was a baby.
Yes, I painted that for you literally when you were a baby.
4 years old. This is so cool. It's exactly how I pictured it. I mean, I'm a little jealous because this is how I wanted to decorate my Paris apartment.
We might have an empty room again here soon.
It's great. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted. This is amazing. Aww.
Did you see your little lamps? Come check out your vintage.
Yeah, the lamps are awesome. I love the lamps. Are they actually vintage?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. They're actually
Wow.
meant to, they were sold as being Art Nouveau, and the glass is so pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Aren't they great?
Wow, I love this too. It's perfect. Again, it's exactly as I planned. And is this crochet as well?
Yes, it's crocheted lace. So there's a lot of crochet in here if you look closely. You see also on your nightstand, more crocheted lace.
Oh.
I included your little picture of you with Sir Bob. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
And do you recognize the mirror?
I think I do. Where is it from again?
That's the one that in our big chateau swap at Lalande was given to us by Stephanie and Philip.
Right.
And it was a little bit broken, but we've covered it up with some more crocheted lace.
It was broken?
And flowers, yes. But you can never tell, could you?
Oh, yeah, I guess a little bit behind the lace, but
Yeah, you'd never
really
know.
Can't tell. That's an awesome trick.
Yes.
Oh, wow, this is all so beautiful.
I am so glad you like it.
This is perfect. Thank you so much.
Well, it's a combination of Art Nouveau and grown-up princess. You see, it's got a little bit of the dark green to ground it and make it more grown-up, but I did actually pop your little stuffed animals on there because, you know, you're mostly grown-up, but you're still my little girl.
Well, it's all the rage right now to get back into what's called granny-core. So, and healing your inner child is also very trendy. So
Absolutely.
any opportunity you have to kind of explore that part of yourself, I think you should.
Well, this room is a room that I would sleep in because I think it's just beautiful. And
Gorgeous.
also,
I love the contrasting colors and the trim. Did you make this yourself?
I did make it, yes. And Papa made the headboard, and we put everything together.
Oh, yeah, the double headboard.
Yeah,
That's
because
very
this is a massive bed in here. It's a super king size bed.
Yeah. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh.
And the quilt, speaking of granny core, the quilt took somebody, not me, I'm afraid, but somebody probably hundreds of hours to make.
I thought you were about to say years for a second.
Well, you never know. Quilts do take a really long time. And then over here.
The sofa is incredible because this is completely new, isn't it?
Well, it's new to us.
New to us. Well,
New
yeah,
to us.
Wait, it's actually vintage as well.
Of course, of course. It's kind of a Louis XVI, and it's even a sofa bed. So
Wait, really? It's a sofa
it's
bed?
a sofa bed, and so the rug also. The rug I actually got in a estate sale a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
and
the
then
rug is stunning.
this
The rug ties it all together. I
this
think.
massive mirror. It doesn't look so big in the filming, but this massive mirror we bought in the Dordogne at a brocante very close to Steve and Sarah. So we have lots of happy memories. And then, of course, beautiful Art Nouveau artwork. Now, we did spot a very special chandelier. I mean, here we've got this beautiful Murano one, but, you know.
Oh, the pink chandelier.
Maybe.
That makes so much sense now. That's why you were talking about that.
Exactly. And also, we're going to be putting mirrored panels into that wardrobe. And the wardrobe is also very Art Nouveau.
It's very big, too. There's lots of storage space.
But through that door, if you go through there,
Yeah, this one right here.
When you kiss me, heaven sighs.
Oh my gosh, it's all myself.
the turret that was once mine is now yours. All your things from the dorm.
Oh, this is a great space.
You
all
press
your old
me to
handbags
your heart.
and shoes.
I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom.